Hi again guys, and welcome to yet another automotive news roundup video, and this is one which is very personal to me. I am very keenly interested in this bit of news, and especially to see where it goes moving forward, because for those who don't know, Maserati is my favourite brand of car. I love every single car that they've ever built, classic, modern, road, race, concept, or otherwise, and this one is looking to be pretty interesting. Because, again, for those who don't know, Maserati is going through quite a shake-up at the moment. They've got a huge amount of investments going on from their overlords, but at the same time, they are no longer going to be using Ferrari engines, which is kind of a big deal, given that they've been doing so for quite a long time. Now, at the same time, Maserati have announced that they are going to be moving forward with hybrid and even full electric vehicles. Now, I know some people will think that that's heresy, some people just aren't a fan of electric cars yet. As far as I'm concerned, they can do no wrong. I love everything they do, and I'm really looking forward even to seeing a fully electric Maserati model. I think something like a Levante or a Ghibli is just an obvious choice to do that with, but so far they haven't. This one, though, is very interesting because, as you can see, it is clearly a test mule, as we like to call them in the trade, and that is a car where you take it out on the street to see how it feels in the real world. Sometimes on a racetrack, you'll occasionally see cars like this on the Nürburgring. Tends to be supercars where you'll see them there, though, and it's so that you can't quite make out what the car looks like fully, but it gives the car that real-world feel. Kind of like, for those who played Gran Turismo 6, the Black Mask Nissan GTR. That's the exact same kind of thing, but that was a very late model. This one, on the other hand, is not late. In fact, this is the beginning of something which, as I said, I'm keenly interested in, and that is the return of a mid-engine Maserati. After quite some time, in fact, and the last time they did it, it was kind of a big deal, because it was the MC12, which is one of my favourite cars of all time, and hands down my favourite Maserati model. This one is going to be interesting, because with a projected hybrid powertrain, could be rear-wheel drive, could be all-wheel drive, it is going to be interesting to see not only how fast will this car be and what will it look like and all that kind of cool stuff, but what sector of the market will it be? Because even though Maserati is thought of predominantly as an exotic brand, they've done quite a lot in recent years, even to the point of making all-wheel drive cars, diesel cars, sedans, SUVs. They're actually branching out. They're looking to appeal to more than just that hardcore, exotic audience, and I think that was a great choice. This one has me thinking, will this be a Gran Turismo level exotic, or will it actually be something a little bit more attainable? Because, if you look at this car, the front and the rear end look very, very wide, very supercar-esque. The headlights, the mid-engine layout, it could be a La Maserati, if you will, which is something that I've thought they should have done for years. However, if you look at that centre section of the car, and of course, this is by no means what the car is going to look like, it's a very early test mule, it could look nothing like this, but I do find it curious that that centre section, and especially the doors and those natural side intakes, looks very reminiscent to an Alfa Romeo 4C. So I'm curious, will this mid-engine car actually be a slightly more attainable Maserati mid-engine vehicle, maybe even more of a sports car than a supercar? And although that may not sound as exciting a prospect, especially for those of us who do love Maserati and who wish they would once again enter the supercar fray, it would actually be a very smart marketing move, because supercars often lose money, and even when they make it, it's not that much, comparatively speaking, because they're limited run more often than not. A sports car, on the other hand, well, there's a reason why the Corvette is as successful as it is, and it's not because it's a supercar. It's because it is attainable within that category of vehicle that it's in, and it's good at what it does. So if Maserati tried to do something like an Alfa 4C, maybe with more power, more performance than that, maybe something at a Corvette C8 level for maybe 80 grand, 90 grand, maybe even six figures, because of course it is a Maserati at the end of the day, I would be very curious to see what this could be. On the other hand, it could be what many of us would hope it is, which is something akin to a mid-engine Ferrari, for example, like a 488 level Maserati, which again, I would certainly have no qualms about. That would be awesome to see. Either way, I'm really looking forward to see, of course, what this thing looks like. It will doubtless be the more unexpected choice amongst the Lambos and Ferraris of the world. That's always the way Maserati's been, and I for one am really looking forward to seeing this story unfold. But overall, that's it for this bit of news. Of course, stick around on the channel for more, and as I've said before, I would strongly recommend following either the Twitter or the Instagram of this channel, because YouTube simply does not show you all of my new videos, whereas if you follow one of those, or even both of them, you will see notifications for all of my new stuff, and you won't miss anything. But that's it overall. Of course, I'll see you next time, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.